what are the different styles you're kind of approaching with, you'd say?
So I am the, we're calling it the immerse your children in adventure. We'll say adventure. Let's say adventure. I
Yeah.
immerse them. I really like, I am not very structured. And for me, I'm very much like a Saturday morning. All right, everybody, we're going to the mountains. Find some boots, find some gloves, find some hats. We're about to go play in the snow. And I can just load up all 5 of my little kids and go and do that. And to me, that's really important that they're adventuresome, that they like are confident. I just love watching my kids climb up things when my mom friends are like, oh my gosh, what's he gonna happen? He's 2, he's gonna fall. And I'm like, isn't it awesome that he's so like he can do it? Like he's so proud of himself. Like I find so much joy in that autonomy and them like just going out and just doing it. Like to me, that's like really what I value as a mom. And so we call me the adventuresome mom.
Yeah.
I
Beth
would
is the
agree.
adventure packed, spontaneous, let's go do it mom.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say I'm the opposite of Beth.
I
Yes.
love that. Oh no, you're the opposite. I can relate to you, Beth, though, because my daughter is a super climber, and I'm of the school of like, you know, they have to figure out their body and they have to know their own limits. And I would kind
Yeah.
of like spot, you know, I would do a lot of spotting,
Yeah.
but she scared so many other people's other kids' parents would be like freaking out, and I'd be like, it's okay that she's at the very top of the playground of the old school swing set, and she's
Yes, back
5,
when-
you know, she's good.
Back when it was allowed to have like 30-foot high swing sets, like they would never allow those anymore. So you got to find the really old playgrounds
Yeah.
and just be like, go for it. The worst that'll happen is you'll break every bone. Let's
Watch out
go.
for the rust. It'll be fun.
Oh my God.
Tetris-
Do you guys have merry-go-rounds? Or you probably don't even call them. You
Oh,
probably call them
yeah.
something else in the Midwest, but like it's so hard to find an old school merry-go-round these days.
Yeah.
And then we found one, and my kids and I was like, let's go really fast, you guys. Ran them around super fast, and they were petrified.
But I
That's
keep
awesome.
throwing up.
Sorry.
Stop, Mom.
Well, yeah,
So-
I feel like I'm the opposite of Beth. We like adventure, but I like structure. So I like to have things organized. On a Saturday morning in my house, it would be, okay, guys, we're going to get chores done. This needs to be done. And then after that, I've planned that we're going to go for a hike. Or, you know, like to me, I like structure. I like boundaries. I like to feel safe in my little controlled compartment of my house. So I'm more of a structured, organized mom.
Yeah. So I am, it means a lot to me to be able to connect emotionally with my kids. So we do a lot of, we talk a lot with each other. We spend a lot of time together. I love to hang out with my teenagers. They just get more fun, in my opinion. The older they get, the more fun they get. So a Saturday at our house looks like a lot of projects, but a lot of talking, a lot of laughing, a lot of communicating with each other, and then finding something we can do as a family that we can all really enjoy and laugh about. We have a lot of laughter going on.
So have you guys come in the middle a little towards each other's parenting styles as you've shared so much information and discussion about it over the years? Like Beth, have you gotten more organized, and Andrea, have you like loosened up a little?
Oh, you goose. You know what? Organization is a chromosomal problem. I just it's not in me. I can't do it at all. But you know what? I strive to be more like Andrea. Like I love like her house. It feels so nice. Like everything has a place, and it's very neat and it's beautiful. And her planner's always all lined out, and she's calling me and telling me what I'm supposed to be doing today. And like, I just love and respect that so much about her. And I try and try and try and try. And it's like, it's just not working good. Like, so it's like my small efforts are still nowhere near hers, but yes, I'm way more organized in a lot of ways than I used to be. Maybe out of necessity when I had so many kids that I was like, oh, wow, we have to like, people have places to go. Like, I got to figure this out. But like, I think that's my philosophy, or maybe my game plan, is just to continue to surround myself with moms that have these strengths I don't have, so they can just help me through it so I can get a little bit better. And then Andrea swoops in and saves the day and calls me and says, Beth, we have an interview right now. And I'm like, cool, I'm on it. Here I come. You know?
Well, the one thing I've learned too is that like it's okay for us to be different. But if there's something like that I admire, like I love the relationship Camille has with her kids. I love Beth's spontaneity, even though it stresses me out. But I can kind of lean towards those ways. Like my family runs best when I'm being who am supposed to be. Like my family runs best when I have organization and when I have those boundaries set, because that's when I'm happiest and I feel like I'm working at my best. But that doesn't mean when I see things in other moms, that either from Beth and Camille or the guests that we interview, when I see things that I really admire, then I can just kind of lean towards that way a little bit. Like think, okay, I'm never going to be the mom that like drops everything and says, we're going to go to Disneyland this weekend. Like that's not going to be me. But I
That's a great idea, though.
Saturday morning, I could see you doing that. I'm sure you probably have that. But I could try maybe sometime just be like, hey guys, this morning we are just going to go to the pool. We're going to go to the pool and I don't care if things aren't done. We're just going to go. Like there are little things we can do if we see things that we want to try, but it doesn't mean that
We're doing
one
it
way
wrong.
is better than the
Yeah.
other. Like we all have our strengths. And I think we work best when we really parent towards those strengths.
I'm hearing like a lot of like nice, excuse me, self-acceptance from you guys. Like that. Now I wonder if it has taken some time to maybe, hold on a second.
Just COVID. It's
Chelsea,
okay.
Sam, we're editing out my like swallowing my own.
Spit it out. Spit it out.
Okay. Now I'll be just like tearier.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's we're
so
so
beautiful.
touching. I know.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's appropriate too, because what I was going to say is that I hear like this self-acceptance of like, this is the way I am and I'm good with that. But I wonder if like, did it take some time to get to that place? Did you feel like this guilt of like, I'm not as organized as, I know I have scheduling issues myself. And so like, if I was like, working with a very scheduled friend, that I might feel like, oh my gosh, like that, that whole, like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not as organized? This guilt for not being enough. And, it takes some time to maybe get to that place of self-acceptance. Is that what happened for you guys at all?
Yeah, I think that is huge. I honestly believe this podcast has done that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Before the podcast, I always felt inadequate. I just always felt like, man, I kind of feel bad for my kids. I just don't feel like I'm as good of a mom as my neighbor. And, I see her outside. I see like how fantastic she is. They get to go do all these things and I'm just kind of lame. And I remember I had a moment, as we've had these incredible guests for different reasons. We have communicators, we have lawyers and go-getters, and we have all of these different kinds of moms we talk to. We were talking to a mom who, oh my gosh, like Marilee Boyack is like
incredible.
Yeah. Like she's written books about like, these are the things your kids should have mastered by this age. And it's like your 8-year-old should be able to pump gas and take care of the gas station. Like it's ridiculous how, like, I'm not exaggerating. It's ridiculous. Like I looked through the book and I was like, I don't think I know how to do most of these things. So we're interviewing her and I'm having these simultaneous emotions of, you're incredible. And I am seriously going to raise homeless people. Like I am so worried about my own parenting. But one thing that we always ask for humor's sake, is we ask our guests to give us a mom fail. A time when not a serious mom fail, yes. Like my, I accidentally dropped my child and they got brain damage. Not that kind of mom fail, but the kind of mom fail where you're just doing your best, but it goes wrong and it's silly. We asked her for one of these mom fails. She tells this story about how her refrigerator only has condiments in it, because she never makes dinner.
She hates to cook.
And she was trained to cook and she was going to spray the pan with Pam. And her daughter-in-law stopped her because she'd grabbed the bottle of Raid. And was about to And it was a hilarious mom fail that I so appreciated her sharing, because I thought, well, I rock at cooking. Like my fridge is packed with great food. And it was almost this light bulb moment, not to put her down in any way, but to help me to see that we all play to our strengths. and that we all do it differently, and that it's absolutely perfect that way. And I don't need to feel bad because I'm different than Andrea, that I need to like lean toward Andrea in ways I want to develop, but really exist happily in my own motherhood and not be ashamed of it at all.
Catch new episodes of the Mindful Mama podcast and other free resources, including the Mindful Mom Guide at mindfulmamamentor.com. You can listen to every back catalog episode, including interviews with Dr. Dan Siegel, Ianla Van Zant, Sharon Salzberg, and get meditations, join our private Facebook group, and more. Go to mindfulmamamentor.com now. I'll see you there.